gotta turn that down. Alright, I think I'm set up to see comments now. Let's hope. Whew. It's hot in here. Woo. I want my fan so it blows on me. Alright. We are going to make a very summery wreath today. Summer, summer. Gonna use some red roses. Who doesn't love red roses? I gotta get all this stuff out to get my greens out. Alright. Let's put all this back in until I'm ready to use it. Yay! So the greens that we're going to use today for the base came from Michael's, and they're ficus, like little mini leaves. They're like ficus. They're in the same bin you get the ficus, you just have to pick through. But like the ficus, they come with three veins that you can clip off. So we're gonna clip those. But I'm gonna leave one piece with two. These are really dense. The amount of leaves I have. So I'm going to use that to my advantage to get maximum coverage with little product. So we're going to just bend them a little bit, give them a little bit of life. And then we're going to come under here, I think, right about here. Yeah. This is going to go at the bottom. So I want it to lay right about, there. So we'll come in right here, just kind of feed it in. See, you can bend these. You can even have this one coming up into the center a little bit, like that. Oh, the SKU on these for Michael's is 292511. And of course it just says stem, because it's a stem. Alright, so I'm going to cut one vein off of this other piece and cut it long as well. I don't know yet if I'm going to cut it down or not. But we're going to play with it for a minute. Yeah, I like that. So we're going to put it at the top. I'm going to save those for just a minute. We're going to make our bow next because it's going to go right in there. Brand new roll of ribbon. I don't remember where I got this, but it's called Plaid Ocean Wired Edge. It's 4 inches. It doesn't have really a skew on it. That I can pull from. Now the ribbon that I've chosen for this is more of a masculine palette. We've got the blue plaid, a solid red, and then a darker navy stripe, a darker navy, and play off the stripe here. So even though I'm using a bunch of flowers, I am trying to make this a more masculine looking piece. Doesn't mean that women won't like it. It just means it's more suitable for maybe a bachelor. So I hold this up to see how long of a tail I want. And then that's where I'm going to pinch. Let's get out our Bodabra. Here, let me go ahead and make that pinch so I can see. And let's get our wire in the Bodabra. I think I'm out of wire. Oh, I've got a little piece. I know I've got another spoolie somewhere. I just don't know where it's at right now. So we will use pipe cleaner. And this time, I'm going to put it in there the right way. So we've got our pipe cleaner on there. Y'all can't see me, can you? Hang on. There. Hi, Sherry. How are you today, hun? All right, so I think we're going to do 14 inches. This is really stiff, sturdy, good quality ribbon. Oh yeah, 14 is going to be good. My hands are still achy, so, and the beauty about this ribbon is it is all the same on both sides. So you don't have to twist if you don't want to. Alright. I'm doing okay. Doing pretty good. It's hot and humid. I don't know what the weather is where you are, but it's yuck here. Alright, so I just straighten out my bow in the Bodabra. I make sure that down here everything's nice and straight and that my loops are even. There we go. Now I'm going to cut about the same size tail on the other side. Then we're going to go in with the 2.5 inch solid red. We're going to make about the same length tail. We're going to roll them or cut them. I don't know which yet, but so we're going to do about 13 inches on these, just a little smaller. We're going to do 4 loops. our 4 loops. We're going to stick them right in here on top and just make sure everything's straight. I pulled that one a little wonky right there, so we got to straighten it up. Okay, and then like the other side, we're just going to cut about the same tail. Oh, Sherry, that sounds perfect. I love the mild temperatures just after a rain and the smell of the wet earth. All right, now we're going to go in with the 1.5 inch navy check. Going to do another long tail. We're going to do these at 12. So even just a little smaller. And we're going to do three, I think. I couldn't decide between 1 or 3, but I think 3 is good. All right, so we're going to do 3 loops at 12 inches. Cut the same amount of tail. And then we'll put this in our bow maker. Okay. I got all those loops a bit long, but that's okay. Now's the time to fix them. Pull them to the size you want them. There we go. Beautiful. No, that was still long. Yep, perfect. Okay, so we've got our ribbon in. We're going to lift up our Bodabra to get our pipe cleaner. We're going to cross the 2 ends through the slats, cinch down really hard to condense that ribbon, and then just pull it out. Now as I'm pulling out, I squeeze it between my thumb and fingers, okay? That holds it while I work this around. Get it tight. And then I'm going to twist my bow. Cleaner. Okay? So now I'm just going to manhandle it a little bit, twist those loops. Like so. Now let's find where we're going to put our bow. I want it right about here. And there is a wrap for the vine here. So I'm just going to attach the bow around that. That'll be nice and sturdy. And then just tie it really tight in the back. And you cut off the excess and fold that up into the wreath. All right, moving right along. Off our bow just a little so we see how it's gonna lay. Pull the tails apart a little bit. All right, my bow. I'll have to get something under there to hold it up. We're going to put a little glue to hold the bow. Hold that for just a minute. I want that to stick really good, so hang on. Oh, it's not really helping. The best thing I'm going to do to hold my bow up is to put something up under here. Flower, something with a good solid stem. We're going to leave it like that for now. Just keep your tails a little bit apart. Okay, so we can have stuff coming up through here that's going to hold that bow. Okay? This ribbon is so thick and stiff, it bends my pins trying to put it through. Alright, so now that we've got the bow in, we know where our transition point is, so now we know where we need to put the rest of these, because anything below the bow needs to go that way, anything above the bow needs to go this way. Okay, so this is our transition point, and that's where we know everything kind of has to start leading that way. Okay, so we're going to put that one in right there. And then this other one we're going to put down here, kind of back here, pointing down. So come behind the bow here and just stick that in. That's going to help hold the bow too. There we go. Beautiful. We'll put something, you know, coming out of the bow like we always do. Okay. Now we're going to start with the flowers. Start with our biggest, which are these red roses. And y'all know that I like getting the bunches from Hobby Lobby because it comes with these wonderful little green pieces as well. So let's just go through and start cutting this thing apart. I'm going to cut off the extra green pieces and lay them to the side. Now, some of these rose leaves we're not going to use, and that's okay. We may pick some at the end and strategically place like we always do. There, now I can see my little can barely go around these big thick stems. Alright, we've cut her down. Hi Susie, how are you? Alright, so if you look at the roses, some of them are open wide, some of them are not quite so. So it looks like there's two really open wide, two kind of medium, and three smaller. Okay, so I'm separating it into those three piles because we kind of have three different looks to the rose. And even though it's subtle, if you're grouping them and you try to group, you know, three big ones together and then, you know, you're left with all the others, it looks a little off balance. So you separate it into piles by your size, then that'll help you when it comes to placement time. All right, so we're gonna start with the two big open wide ones. Yeah, that's these two. And they're going to have to be cut down even more. And you're going to have to remove even another set of leaves. We only use about one set on every branch. Alright, let me think about this a minute. Okay. You know what? We may just go in and strategically place some of these leaves after. I think it's going to be way easier that way. Alright. These are big, thick stems, so the first few are going to go in easy. But after you get a few in, it's going to start getting really crowded inside there. So you may have to put some oomph into it. Now I want these to stand out just a little bit. Oh. Okay. So like that. I'm feeling okay. I'm getting ready to have a full hysterectomy. So I'm just doing all of the you know, you got to go through the hoops you got to go through to get insurance to cover it. I'm just going through those little procedures right now. My uterus has severely prolapsed, and so it has to come out. It's going bye-bye. I'm not supposed to be on my feet for long periods of time. Alright, so we've got that one sticking out a little bit. I rubbed glue on this, so I'm going to wait till it dries, and then I'll be able to pick it off in one piece, okay? And I'm going to have to reinsert this because it didn't get a good grab. I could feel it when I put it in there. I'm going to have to go upside down to see this. Why won't you go in? There. Ah. Okay. Now it's perfectly sticking out below the bow. So directly above and directly below. Now we've got 3 littles and 2 mediums. We're going to take another medium, and I think it's going to come out down here. I think. And then the 3 littles. Yeah, okay. So this one's going to come long, kind of underneath. So directly below this one right here where we've got some space, we're going to bring this one in, but we're going to let it hang long, okay? So right about like that, okay? Now our ribbons, well, this one needs to come on this side. Our ribbons are going to kind of frame those like that. We'll have other stuff, you know, filler back here. But that's what we've got for now. Now we're going to take one of these and we're going to come over here to the other side here of the bow, and it's going to go in here. I need some more glue in a minute. Okay, there we go. Okay, how are you? Welcome. We're going to cut a little bit of this one off. Alright. So we've got these two. This one really is laying wrong. It needs to come more out here like that. Fix it. So we're going to continue the line. Okay, right here we've got these two, and we're going to continue this line right here. All right. So whoop, it's got to go right in here. Right about there. Yep, gorgeous. Okay, we're going to take another one of these smalls, and it's going to go right up in here. Okay, so that continues our line. Actually, I think I may take the other big one. Yeah. I'm going to take the other big one. Alright, so right about in here. Can I get that under there? No, probably not. Okay. So let's go right in there with it. The little curve. Alright, so we've created a nice line with our red roses. Oh, we got one more. Can I get one more in up here? Or should I put it in here? Ooh, that looks kind of nice right in there. Don't need it down here, do I? Oh, I might need it down there. I talked to myself, I'm sorry. I think it, oh gosh, I need it both places. Do I have any more? Not of that style, do I? Dadgummit. I have 3 of those, so 1, 2, 3. So, yeah. I think it needs to come down here. Alright, so I'm gonna lift and insert. So right there. And we'll give it a little bit of a bend up. Yep. About like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, let's figure out what we're going to do with the ribbon here. I need a good straight edge to roll. Now because this is a masculine design, we're going to roll upwards. Beautiful. I love how this ribbon curls. It's so stiff, and it's going to hold its shape so well. Alright, now go back, pull down our 4-inch ribbon back here, pull it down, and I think it's just going to have to hang for the most part because it's so big. Just cutting my straight line for my fold. We can just do some nice pretty waves in this one for the back. I think we're gonna have to trim this one down just a little, just a wee bit. All right, here we go with the reds. The other one right here. And that needs to come on this side of the rose because it's not, there we go. Nope. It's got to come in the back. Crap. Maybe I just need to take that one out and reposition it. So I'm just repositioning that one. Just a little more. Now let's see if it's in the right place. Not really, no. Doggone it. Out again. I'm too OCD about this. You probably don't have to be, but I am way OCD about it. Alright, so it needs to hang right there. Let's give it a little bend up. Better, yes. All right, Mama's happy now. Okay. All right, now we have 3 blue accent flowers that we're gonna put in. These came from Walmart, actually. So y'all should be able to find these pretty easy. Don't need that. Alright, so I want one in there, one up here, maybe one up there. I don't know yet, but we'll figure that part out. I'm going to have to take these bottom leaves off. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Johnny. The roses came from Hobby Lobby, where they have the big bunches. Do I have another one over here close? I don't. But they come in big bunches, and they have all these luscious greens on them. And I get them the week that everything is on sale. You know, the sale week. So we're gonna go right down the middle here with this blue one. Ouch. That went up my finger. Okay, but we got to bend it up into place right there. We're going to put one here, and then we need one up there. Just this one up here. I think I can get away with using the greens. No. Yeah. Okay, so this one right here, we're going to come in and place it in that area right in there between all those roses. That kind of breaks up the red. Hey Kathy, did you get my message? I apologize, sweetie. Alright, so this one is going to keep that line. It's going to come down here into that little negative pocket that I made. Yeah. Right in there. Now, let's add the pretty fillers. I brought a few things. I've got these, which are really gorgeous. I've got this kind of white tipped, I don't even know what you call it. It doesn't have a name, but it's like a fern. But I've got that provides a little bit of base coverage for mechanics and a little bit of white. I've got in a good mix of wildflowers, but I don't really like that now that I've got it built. So I think we're gonna stick with just the red, white, and blue palette on this. And I need some stuff that kind of, you know, fills in, because we've got all the flowers and stuff here, so we need to fill in. And I'm not so sure that I may not cut this down and pull it in just a little bit so it's not hanging so far over, but time will tell. Hold that thought. Hold the phone. So I think we're gonna do these. They're kind of like purpley blue. And these probably came from Craig Bachman's 109391BL for blue, BL. So we're gonna put in some of those, and then let's find something white to stick in there. I just want solid white, no. I have a couple of things here maybe we could use. I've got some little white flowers, they're okay, but I've got these, but is that too much of that kind of thing? Maybe not. Do y'all see how I talk through the process? I had no idea what I was gonna make, so what I wanted to make for you yesterday just didn't tickle my fancy today, so. I'm just looking for solid white things that don't have anything else. I could use this. This is probably gonna be my best bet. Yeah. Alright. Let's take these back. Here, I'll just stick it here. So we'll stick in some of this. Let me see if I can find another one with a sticker, because I'm not sure what that one's called. I don't think it's Queen Anne's lace. No, I don't know what it is. Thistle? Thistle? Alright, these I want to kind of leave a little longer, and they don't condense, so you have to cut them and leave them long. Okay, but we're going to start filling in with some of this white to break up all this color, okay? come back here and put a little in. I'm just trimming some of the bottom green off here. Gonna put a little more in back there because that one piece just wasn't enough. So right back here. That gives a little bit of depth to the side right there. All right. Now we'll start pulling some through the end over here and then the top. Some of these are missing tops, so I'm just gonna find some to put back on it. Some needs to come out of here. So we're going to split those and put that right up in between those. I need a piece back here. We're going to use a lot of this, so, but it's a cheap filler. So this is going to have to be pretty long. I'm going to leave it about like that. Beautiful. All right. Thank you, Sherry. Appreciate that. I think I can cut it down just a little. So you see I'm putting some back here behind. It creates depth. Oh, it's okay, Kathy. I'm still chugging along. I'm not moving real fast today. That's okay. I'm moving. All right, we're gonna want some coming out the top up there. Moving right along. Oh, we need a top here. some right in there to break up all that color. So let's put one right in here. We're going to put some right smack dab coming up the middle here. So just part the C's of flowers and get that put in. And it can be down behind, that's fine. It doesn't have to all stick up to the top. All right, let's take a look here. What else do I need? I have some berry pods. They're anemones. Is that how you say them? Taking this whole stem. If I can get it in there, we may not. We will see how this works out for me. Oh, it's beautiful. Perfect. Okay. So just move everything around. It's going to be a tight fit for a minute till you get everything untangled. Crap, how did I tangle those? There we go. That's not going to fit there. Okay, I was hoping it would, and I wouldn't have to break it down, but it's not. It sits too far on top of the anemones, so. So good. Oh my gosh, that's really good.
The one that you want is on a paper plate.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, I'm almost done, babe.
The boys just got paper.
Thank you.
They're eating right now.
Okay. And then they'll run get church clothes. Or switch church clothes.
Well, I need you to get Lowe's.
I've already started. I'll finish.
Okay.
When I get done.
Yep.
Okay. Love you, babe.
Love you.
You love that blue? Yep. It's really a pretty blue. It's kind of got some like teals and aquas down like in the middle. Alright, so I guess I'm going to pick these individually. I'm going to put some behind. I mean, these are a lot the same as the white cones or the white thistle we just put on. So I'm not going to add too much of them. It's just like a little eye candy because they're so pretty. So I'll add a few pieces here and there to accent. Got glue going everywhere. Maybe some right there. I like that. Just go in there. Okay. A little more purple. I only have 3 more pieces of this, so we have to make them count. So I think we're gonna put this one right in here, and then this one's gonna be over here, I think. I can always change my mind. Alright, so that brings a little color through the top. But these I think would just be good hanging down. But it's already so heavy. Maybe there. We gotta have some other here. I'm talking, just mumbling to myself. So what I'm doing is just bringing this color all the way through the piece so it's balanced. Okay? I have one more piece. Probably put it out there, I think. So I'm going to put it right in here. Right in there. Gorgeous. All right, let me stand back and look and see if we need anything else. Where's my, there. I need. Right here. I need one more piece of this, and I think we're golden. There we go. All right. I like it. What do y'all think? Now y'all can either leave it as it is, because they can just hang it. There's nothing there. They can just hang it right on their door hanger. Or you can put a hanger on it. Let me go back up a little. Here you go. So it's kind of patriotic, it's kind of summer, it's kind of maybe bachelor pad, not so, you know, feminine. What do y'all think? Thank you. All right. Well, another class on the books, ladies and gentlemen. I mean no disrespect when I say ladies. I should just say y'all or guys or, oh, thank you, Kathy, Kay, Susie. I'm going to try tomorrow, if weather cooperates, to get some pictures made. I've got like 8 or 9 wreaths that we've made the last many weeks that I've not even taken pictures of. So They're not even on in my Etsy. I'm slacking. So yeah, I'll try to get some pictures made because the camera is not doing this one justice. This one's absolutely gorgeous. So, all right, have a good rest of your weekend, and fill your Jesus cup tomorrow. And I will see you guys next week. Love y'all.